Hey guys, this is GamerCat09, and if you're watching this video and you're reading the title, you kind of already know what I'm getting into, but I just want to start off by saying that this video, it's not going to be funny, it's not going to be like my usual content, it's going to be very serious, very black and white, and it's going to be a lot of anger and frustration and explanation and complaining and probably whatever. So if none of that interests you, then go watch something else, go click away. But for those of you who are concerned with what's going on in the future of this channel and everything else, then you might want to stick around. So, there's also going to be very minimal editing on this because I've had it. I've absolutely had it with everything, and and this isn't to say that I don't like what I'm doing. It's not to say that I don't want to keep doing it. This is just my feelings in regard to what's happening to YouTube, is that I'm done. So, you've heard me in the past mention how everything's been changing on YouTube, and it's been a gradual change. It's been a gradual change for many years. This is something that we are all pretty much familiar with, but as of recent occurrences, YouTube is starting to come forward, and like still somewhat very vaguely, but also still somewhat inexcusable is the best word that I can come up with right now. Basically, YouTube has this high horse that they sit upon where they deem what is worthy of being on their channel, on I don't even know if their channel, their website, but what's worthy of being on YouTube and what isn't. And it comes down to censorship all around the globe, for every channel, for every stupid nonchalant thing, for every stupid thing that people post. Is they're deeming their community of a picky selection of people that they prefer watching, and I'm obviously not one of them, which, whatever, it is what it is. However, the way that they're going about doing this is very dirty, it's unfair, and it gives us no platform to stand back on. It gives us no means of fighting, and they don't care. Now, this is pretty much have come to surface more since last night, and I kind of knew what was going on before I streamed last night, and kind of put it to the back of my head to just kind of get through the stream. I finished Stream Daddy Simulator and was done with it. And then right before I went to bed, and it was about almost 2 this morning that I almost went to bed, and I'm on Twitter and I'm reading a bunch of tweets and stuff of like people blowing up, freaking out on YouTube, and a lot of people have been coming forward stating that a lot of their videos have been demonetized. Not just recent stuff, not just like actual content that you could look at and be like, all right, I get it, but just everything. Everything. Stuff that doesn't even technically violate their new policy is being demonetized. And that made me want to look at my channel. So I'm going to show you guys, because at this point my hands are up in the air, and I mean, YouTube is obviously going to do what they will, but I'm going to state the obvious frustration that has been going on. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what's been happening. So we're on my channel right now, and as you can see, when you have a partner, or when your channel is partnered, when you are available for monetization, which means you're getting money from your videos, is it gives you kind of a breakdown on all these videos here. It tells you how many views each video gets, if they're copyrighted or not, like Alan Wake Part 1 was copyrighted because of the Lime and the Coconut music. Get it, fine, whatever, be done with it. And then there's some that are green, which means they're monetized, they're fine. So, like, as you can see, Part 1 of Dad Eating Simulator is monetized and fine, but Part 2, the one that I did last night, is not. So, what the yellow means is that it's limited or no ads. So, that's a fancy way of saying, well, not really fancy, but it's a basic, vague way of saying that you will either have very, 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 very minimal ads on this video, or advertisers will just choose not to advertise on that video. So it's kind of like 50-50. Take your pick. You know, do you get 2 cents from this video or 20 cents from this video? And that's pretty much how it works. So up here on the blue bar, this is the recent thing that they've just incorporated. Before, they never used to have like an overall outlook of where you can click on and go to and look at all of your videos that are in, like, kind of like either demonetized or kind of limited. There was no specific way to go about going there and looking at them all without going through each one of your individual videos. There was like no place to just immediately single everything else out and look at them as a whole. And as you can see by this, I have 2,248 videos, and this vlog update thing that I'm making right now will be the 2,249th video. So I'm almost to 2,250. So if you go to see the videos, which is going to take some time to load because we're doing some other things on the internet right now. And so my channel trailer that I just made and put up today, Part 2, Dream Daddy, pretty much every single part of Outlast 2, every single part of Friday the 13th, only some parts of The Walking Dead, but it just goes on, like a Q&A. A Q&A, ask me questions, limited or no. And as you can see, it's 1 to 2 pages. So if I load the second page, now there's up to 3 pages. So you could just see, like, every single part of Resident Evil 7, every single part of Outlast, Obscure 2, and it just keeps going. Page 3, we're still going. We're still going. We're still going. Dead by Daylight, Deadly Premonition, still going. My other channel trailer from last year, the demo for Resident Evil 7, BioShock, for whatever reason, probably because of violence, Until Dawn, The Evil Within, Resident Evil Revelations 2, we're going to page 5 now. So, still going. Still going. And, yeah, so, favorite moments montage from 2015. Like, we're in 2015 now. These are all still going. Dead Space. We just keep going and going and going and going. And I think yesterday when I was checking this out, like even The Wolf Among Us, The Last of Us, when I was looking through this yesterday, I think I got up to like page 10 before the entire site crashed and it wouldn't let me see more of that. But there are 30 videos per each page. So that means I have over 300 videos that are kind of like not suitable for all advertisers, as you can see. Even though The Last of Us has over 4,000 views, it's not suitable for all advertisers just because it's a video game where you shoot fake creatures. Like, it's a video game. It's creative. It's a game made by somebody else, but basically what I'm trying to get at is YouTube is being selective in what they want to advertise and what they want to display on their network. And they're basically giving a giant middle finger to all Let's Players, video gamers, and it seems like they're targeting a lot of smaller channels, which, I mean, even though I have over 8,000 subscribers, I'm considered a smaller channel in compares to, you know, other super famous people. But this poses a problem for me, as you can see, because in the new policy that YouTube is deeming like what is worthy of even monetizing is they're basically completely omitting anything violent, fake or real. So I can completely understand why Outlast 2 was demonetized, because it's about a lot of, you know, occult, rape, sexual abuse, violence, abortions. I completely get it. I completely get why. But like something like Deadly Premonition, which is like 90% like a horror mystery game and like very little gore and violence, very little up until the end. Like I don't understand why we're doing this. And like if I keep going and I show you all the rest of the videos that have also been classified as not suitable for all advertisers, we're going as far back as Fatal Frame, we're going as far back as Silent Hill 3, all of my horror games, every single one of my horror games. And this channel is almost 9 years old. It'll be 9 years old this November. And 9 years of work. 9 years of work. Just thrown into the garbage. And I'm mad. I'm really mad because now what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go through 300, 400, 500, 600 videos and manually request review on every single one of those? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Or I'm supposed to, in the wonderful eyes of YouTube, am I supposed to completely just change this over to some feminine vlog or like makeup channel or a nail tutorial? Like, is that what you want me to do, YouTube? Because that's not who I am. That's not who I am. I think it's unfair. I think it's very unfair, and it makes me upset and angry, and this is exactly part of the reason why you see a lot of gamers going over to Twitch. Because and here's the other part, is not suitable for all advertisers. Let me just go back to one of my videos. I'll go back to the one that I streamed on Dream Daddy. So if I click on it, so let's switch back over to that. So if I click on it, this is basically where I edit all of the stuff from the video that you will see. And if I click on monetization, it takes a minute to upload because my internet's shit right now. But, oh, it's not even showing it. Now what the fuck is that about? Well, that's interesting. Let's request review, see what happens when I do that. And this is what I also hate about YouTube now, is that it is so hard to navigate to get to the page that you want to show. So it's not just like, oh, I could just click here and this happens. So what also the yellow means is limited or no ads due to content identified as not suitable for all advertisers. Your video remains fully playable and is eligible to earn subscription revenue from YouTube Red. Really, YouTube? So in other words, you want me to have the freedom to do what I wish, but only if I charge all of my subscribers to see it. How fair is that? How fair is that to some of the 14-year-olds that watch my channel, to some of the people who've watched my channel for almost 10 years? How fair is that? Like, YouTube Red, first of all, YouTube Red, a lot of people have also been complaining about. And YouTube Red is pretty much the Netflix of YouTube. It's where you're able to make like exclusive content, basically. But usually YouTube Red is destined for things that you create, and not necessarily like streaming or making games or anything like that. They're trying to compete in a sense with Twitch, because now Twitch is become this paradise where a lot of Let's Players and gamers are converting over to, because now you can stream and have ads played on your videos if you become partnered, and it gets you a little bit of revenue, and people can choose to subscribe and willingly donate to you should you wish. So it's not this like special thing that you have to pay into. And then a lot of people also do Patreon, but that's a whole other story that I'm not getting involved in right now. But like, I just first of all, I have a hard time sitting here and asking people, donate money to me and help support the channel and buy this and do that, and it's just really difficult. And I'm not a person that, you know, I don't want to sit here and make it feel like I am poor and I need help. Like, that's not really what this is about. I have a full-time job. I do other things. Like, this is a hobby. This is a hobby that kind of grew into a little bit more than a hobby. It became something that I loved and enjoyed doing, and is now just becoming stressful and miserable, and I don't want it to be perceived like that, you know. And I don't want to make you guys believe that if I don't get paid to do this, I'm just going to stop, because that's not also what this is about. But this is just the frustration behind it. This is something, the whole ad revenue thing was something that I got into 3 years ago on this channel, of this almost 10-year-old channel. So I wasn't always getting money to do this. I started recently because I started recording higher definition. I started to get more equipment. I started to put more time and energy into this channel than I had originally done. When I was having a part-time job, I used a Dazzle DVC 100, which is like $50. I used that. I used a shitty webcam that I had from college to record my audio, and I synced everything together miserably and crappily and threw it up together and put it on YouTube, and the rest has been history. I was streaming frequently back on JTV before Twitch took over. I was doing a lot of stuff, but I was doing a lot of stuff on my own time. Then the more I got involved with everything, so the more games that I bought and the more energy I put into it. And what a lot of people don't know is when you edit video that's in HD, it takes a lot longer. When I was editing video from the Dazzle on my Windows XP computer using Windows Movie Maker, it took literally 2 minutes per video, per 15-minute clip. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to make it, because the resolution was like at 480p or something like that. It was just like stupid low, which when you go back and you watch videos like Clock Tower and Resident Evil Outbreak and Fatal Frame, you could see why, because it's fuzzy, it's grainy, it doesn't look that great. That is why. When you switch over to an HD video to edit videos, it takes about a half hour for each half-hour video. Like, it takes a long time to sit here and edit and make sure everything is correct and set. Now, that being said, I have noticed that the one thing that YouTube is okay with is vlogs. So that's why I've been continuing vlogs, because pretty much the only revenue that I've been getting from my channel is from vlogs, which is pretty sad, because that's not my specialty. It's not something I'm amazing at, but I just don't like how that is targeted to, you know, oh, we're YouTube and we just want you to vlog and we just want you to do like personal videos and we don't want you to play video games and stuff like that. It just pisses me off. And I'm not even gonna lie, I don't even know what's going to happen with any of this. But it does make it very discouraging to sit at this computer and put my heart and soul into something that YouTube just kind of deems like whatever. And some of the other stuff that they've labeled in their content that is deemed inappropriate or unworthy of advertising is if you curse. Language. As you know, I am a sailor, and I curse like one. I'm trying not to too much for this video, but that's besides the point. But I hate it. And I don't really know what the answer is. I don't know if I'm going to just move over to Twitch like everybody else. I don't know. I might. I may try it, but even when I stream, I only get maybe a maximum of 12 people watching because I realize that not everybody who watches this channel is in a situation where they can just drop everything they're doing and just watch me stream. They work, they have jobs, they live in different countries, different time zones. So it's really hard to appease to a large crowd where you guys are everywhere. So that also makes it difficult. But this channel was a lot easier when I knew that my hobby was self-funding. So what I put into it, I was getting out of it. I would put into it, I would get like $30-$40 a month. Like I'm not even bullshitting you because I wasn't getting a lot. And I saw it like, that's pretty cool. Every couple of months I can get a new game, I can play it for the channel. We're good. And I had some very generous viewers on Twitch who did donate to the cause, who helped me out to get a couple of games, and I really thank you guys because you know you don't have to, but I appreciate it. And you know, then you just see shit like this and you're like, really? This is your solution, YouTube. This is the future of YouTube. The YouTube where YouTube drives everybody away. Nobody is on your channel anymore. And you know, then what are you going to do? Are you just going to become a streaming service like Netflix? Are you going to become Hulu? Is that the future of YouTube? Are you just going to decide to show whatever you like? Like, and then it makes me wonder other things, like what are artists going to do? Like music artists. Like if you look at a lot of music videos, like for example, Rihanna, where it's like a lot of nudity, or you look at explicitity like Eminem, you look at different stuff like that. Like, how are their stuff allowed to be viewed and displayed on YouTube? They're not all on YouTube Red. So like, why is Rihanna allowed to show her boob, but I can't play a video game where I chop a guy's head off? What is the difference with that? What is the difference with that? I mean, I just don't understand this whole not suitable for advertisers bullshit. And I'm not going back through 400 plus videos and requesting manual review on every single video just because I feel like there's like no excuse that this should happen. But I don't know. But that's my frustration of it, and this is why you're sporadically seeing videos kind of here and there and all over the place, and it's disheartening to even think that when I'm uploading Alan Wake, it's not even going to make anything on here. Like, it's literally becoming to the point where I ask myself why, you know, and then I think there's 8,000 of you guys that enjoy watching this, that actively are here and talking and commenting and liking and sharing and subscribing by default because that's what you've been doing since day one. You know, I don't know the answer to this, but it's frustrating. And I mean, I guess if you guys have any ideas on how to help me out in this situation, offer some suggestions. But I don't know if this is something that's going to go away because we sign petitions and we complain and we tweet at YouTube and go, WTF, what are you doing? I don't know if this will change because of that. I don't know if YouTube will turn around and go, oh my God, I know what we did. We're so sorry. Here, let's fix everything. I don't know if everything's ever going to go back to the way it was. I feel like it's continually getting worse. And this year alone has been the worst year I've ever seen on YouTube for myself personally. And they have absolutely no care in the world that my channel is getting buried, and that bothers me. So all I gotta say is fuck you, YouTube, for what you're doing. It's unfair, and I really hope something changes, or I'm probably gone. And there's no way to dance around that. And YouTube will probably have a party. But I don't know. So that's where we're at. And I'm sorry that this wasn't a hopeful, promising, funny video, but I'm mad. And while I'm not as mad as I could be, like I'm not wanting to pick up my monitors and computers and shit and throw everything around the room and stomp my hands and shit and get angry, but I'm mad. I'm mad. I'm depressed about it, and I don't really know what the solution is, so I'm sorry that this video isn't, you know, more than it is, but here you go. So I guess let me know what you guys think, and I'm hoping we can figure out some way around this because I don't want this to die. I mean, if it dies on YouTube and I do something else, then so be it, but you know, maybe I could try to do more of Twitch, but I can't even guarantee that everybody would even follow me. So let me know what your thoughts are. If I move to Twitch, will you follow? Will you come with me? Or, you know, what other plans you have. So I'm going to go relax for the rest of the day, and I hope you guys are having a good time, and I'll talk to you guys hopefully soon, but we'll see. So if this video gets demonetized, I will laugh. I'll just say that. I will laugh. If I get money on this, I will also laugh because I'm cursing technically. But there's no music or anything, so we'll see. So see you guys. Have a good weekend, and bye-bye.